Hello and welcome to Everything to Streamy, a name I do not have the legal rights to. I don't actually know who owns the rights to Everything to Guppy. I'm guessing Cole would be my guess. And I don't
Cole's
even
your
know if
boss.
Cole wants them. Do you say Desert Bus?
I said Cole's your boss.
Cole is
Hi,
my
I'm John.
boss. Cole and Gary are both my bosses.
John's here.
In some ways, Gwen is also my boss, as Gwen is like an official employee, and I am just a contractor. How are you doing tonight,
simple
John?
contract. I am great. How are you?
I'm good. Did you hear the one episode of Guppy where Gary specifically named you as the one person I couldn't have as a co-host?
I did hear that.
Yeah. How did that feel?
He said nothing personal, so I didn't take it personally.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
Oh, yeah. Every time I've gotten mad at you, all you had to do was say, nothing personal, John, but you're a piece of shit. And I legally can't get mad at you.
John, when was the last time you got genuinely mad at me? Let's start with this energy.
Genuinely mad at you. I don't know. I don't really hold on to that stuff there very much.
Yeah, I mean, when
You have to let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
Damn, John, I
Is this
didn't even
helpful?
know you were in Frozen.
I'm in Frozen 4. The Frozeners.
There's that one song in Frozen 2 that makes me cry every time. Is that cool?
I haven't seen Frozen 2. I think I've just seen the first one. And that was a
I
long
mean,
time ago.
I don't really like Frozen 2 that much, but they got.
Am I missing out? Do I have to
I-
complete the finish? Do I have to finish the fight?
Yeah, finish the fight. But there's the one song that what's her name, Veronica Marsh, sings, and it makes me cry. Because it's literally about how you go on after horrible grief.
Right.
And I was seeing that movie with a kid, and I was very conscious that the kid would probably feel weird if I started ugly crying in the theater sitting next to them. So I kept it together. Will, could you turn your voice up? Thank you, Wealthy Aardvark, for your notes.
Turn that
I have
voice
turned
up.
my voice up.
Up.
I've turned my
Would you
voice as
say
high
that
as it can
it-
go before I go touching the gain knob. I will tell you, the tape that holds my microphone in its thing has given up the ghost, so I got to retape my microphone sometime soon, but not right now. So tell me how this now sounds.
Would you define Will's voice as turned up?
I mean, I did turn it up. I could go touch the gain knob, but I always get a little nervous. Is fine. This balance is much better. Neil also said Neon Genesis Thaumaturge, and that took some thinking to do, I think.
Sure. Are we gonna kill God?
No, I think we are going to probably end up in a fight with Rasputin. Also, I did look up some shit. John, I absolutely missed 2 Salutors in this game.
Yeah.
There's some shit in this game that is
Advancing-
extremely easy to miss. One of them is
Yeah.
connected to one of those fucking look at 3 things in the town and get a sketchbook picture quests, which is incredibly irritating.
Yeah. That's wild.
It's fine. I'm never going to play this again. Also, I turned down
Sure.
the graphics, so hopefully the game crashed less.
Hopefully the game crashed less.
I really did feel like the game was maybe not being ugly enough previous, so we've addressed.
Sure, these men are much uglier. Can confirm.
Alright, I don't think I have
So
the
how's
stats
everyone
to break
enjoying-
these guys' traits. So I think we're just gonna go DOT.
Just DOT him.
I forgot I'm
or
in a
dots.
I'm in a cool suit now.
You're in a Bond. You're in a Bond tux.
Shulsky. Victor Shulsky. How is everyone tonight, Wealthy Aardvark asks? I'm Saturdays are always tiring on account of me starting work at 8 in the morning and then life only continuing from there.
Sure.
Okay, so I make Victor do that on him, which will also double the stack on this guy. I think this will get that guy ready to die. shot by Lazarev. Okay, so that guy's gonna now die of his dots. Die of dots. Dip. Dot.
Death of the dots.
The death of
I think, you know what I think would help this a little bit? Is if they had the ability to pass horrible stacks of status ailments back to you, and like you were trying to scramble and hot potato them back on to the bad guy before they popped.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I mean, you'd have to almost give them some kind of magical abilities to counter your. They've made Victor too powerful, is what
Well,
they've
because
done. Right?
he's a beautiful.
He's a mind wizard.
He's a beautiful mind wizard. He's the king of carrot flowers. What? When you were young, you were the king of carrot flowers.
Oh, my head. Oh, the terrible, terrible bird. That guy's fucked.
Yeah, no, he got fucked up.
Fucked by bird.
Fucked in the mind by my good bird. You're getting your focus broken.
And that causes them to lose the turn, right?
I mean, it opens them up to...
Trait disabled.
Yeah, and among other things, it opens them up to that.
The suffering.
Yeah, suffering the ties that bind.
And now he can smash. The big man smash. And now he turned into mist.
Yeah, now he's kind of a beautiful, fine mist settling gently over. Oh, he survived that. So then I gave him a little punch.
Wow. I didn't think they could survive being turned into pink mist.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be fine. I'll just put a little more dot on him.
I was just about to ask if, in fact, the game had, like, a context. Like, for that Salutor alone, a context, this executes the person.
I mean, that would be cool. Or maybe for some of those Salutors I'll never get to see. Alright, so we are at this party. The Tsar's advisors are here, as well as the Tsar somewhere, and presumably also a little man named Rasputin. Rasputin, the famous psychonaut, is here.
Raz Al Putin.
Raz Al... Put it on the Ritz.
And the League of Shadows.
The League of Shadows. Ooh, I heard they're serving macarons somewhere.
I can't eat anymore. Pass. Well, maybe just a piece of...
Maria?
What? Is it a crime to eat now? Don't pester a pregnant woman, please.
Don't you recognize me?
Oh, it's you. I've been so distracted lately. You know, being with child and all.
Do you believe that Rasputin survived?
Alright, so this is one of Rasputin's cult
He who
ladies.
believes in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live.
Her brain
He
has
who
been eaten by
believes in
baby.
me shall live forever.
Oh, she got baby brain.
But it's a shame about Aniela. Silly woman. She could have been here.
A little
with us.
parasite's growing in you.
Oh well. I have to think about someone else now.
The baby.
Congratulations. Who's the
Stealing
lucky
your
father?
teeth enamel and everything.
For behold, from
my goodness.
henceforth, all generations shall call me blessed. For he that is mighty have done to me great things. Pretty, isn't it? I'll be giving birth to a savior. Grigory loves me more than all of you.
I'm feeling good
I see
about
you found some new company.
not
Who are
joining
they?
up with Rasputin.
With his fuck cult?
None of your business, nor Rasputin's. But now you must excuse me.
It's best that you do. I'll stop wasting my energy on you. I have to take care of myself.
Great, good talk. You seem hundo sane. No issues with the sanity on this cool lady. We must protect the guests at all costs. Yeah, I like this game. I am pretty happy to be seeing the back of it, though.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten my Thaumaturge's worth out of it, you know?
A Turge and a worth is one. Turge and a hand is worth more than 2 Turges? I don't know.
I mean, you're gonna get there.
No, I'm not.
I think I have every confidence that you're gonna get there.
I've abandoned my boy. I've abandoned my child.
Didn't think I would see you again. And yet, here you are.
Causing shit.
After what you told me at Rodblitzes recently, I had no doubt he would show up.
I always try to make the most of my opportunities. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, death for death.
Oh yeah, your friend died?
Why are you here, really? What are you trying to do?
That's none of your business. Leave me alone, or I'll call the guards. They'll be happy to see a wanted fugitive.
Man, she's less
This
flirty
isn't
now
a-
that she's gone crazy.
Yeah, that's gonna cause problems, I
Can
feel
you
like.
feel it? It's the smell of mist.
Oh, John.
Oh, a request. The thorns hurt her fingers, but she doesn't notice. She put the flower back on the marble railing. Since the rose can't adorn his grave, let it forever remain at the place of vengeance. It feels right. She touches the weapon hidden under her clothes. It's warm. She's waiting for Scallon.
Alright, so she's here to shoot the governor. Someone who's carrying a gun who plans to kill Scallon, and I think I know who Wanda. There's no way she'll make it out alive. It's a suicide mission. Top of that, her actions could interfere with the Coteries' plans. I should talk to her. Let's see if we can talk to her again now that we've...
Vanda?
I know what you're
Don't
doing.
Leave me alone.
I know you have a gun and you want to kill Skawan.
I was going to start with Konyechkin, but that coward got rubbed out by some random Ganef.
Incorrect.
So it's Scowan's turn now. I'll kill him and anyone who gets in my way.
I'm that Ganef. I killed Konyechkin.
Then you're one of us now. Help me with Scowan.
I've got my own plans for the night, and you might upset my apple cart. I'm here with someone you know and respect. We are making a significant effort to fight for the cause without spilling blood.
Emir is here?
Yes, and if he means anything to you, put off your revenge and let us do what we need to.
Swear.
I swear. But now go home and let me act.
Excellently diffused.
Yeah. I mean, the trick was someone else likes that she actually likes. I could invoke.
Yep. Mayhaps
She-
an Emir I shall seek.
Arrested Development, 2003.
Don't give me a works cited page.
That just seems like it would be useful to just kind of cite sources. If we're just going to like
Feels
speak in references.
Filthy. It feels filthy.
If we're not going to speak in actual words and communicate and just speak in references, then I think it's just better if I just like fucking...
I mean, it would be more helpful for me, for God's sake. Our entire friendship.
Hi, Vanguard 1. Congratulations on checking in on literally the last stream of this game. The big, incredible action climax where I get into some kind of conflict I don't fully understand with a little man named Rasputin. And my friend John, when we get this little icon, this little kind of triangle with a line through it, reads the text as Peter Griffin.
Here we go. The dew on her bare feet, the wind in her hair, and the freedom that only a life among artistic bohemians can provide. And while Zakopane has welcomed her love and acceptance, she sometimes finds herself longing for those who have known her since childhood, for the people who have seen all faces of Sofia Scanlon.
Yeah, Wealthy Aardvark, who are you saying that on behalf of? Because I obviously know who she respects. I know things. I've paid attention to the plot like 80%. It seems that Sofia went to Zakopane and delighted in the taste of freedom. Nevertheless, she gets homesick sometimes. I can relate. Freedom often goes hand in hand with loneliness. But yeah, there was also a whole other plot line that could have played, like another mission that could have played out with the Lygia's university, which would have also
Oh,
gotten me
right.
another Salutor. But you have to like wait around 2 days, like 2 in-game days after the previous thing. So it just like,
Hmm.
I went and did another quest because that's how the game fucking works. Like,
And there's no indication that there's like a persona clock ticking ever. That's weird.
yeah, it's definitely a game that is very comfortable letting you blow past stuff and miss things.
I can see you've picked the spot right in the thick of things. Are you having a good time?
Not too bad. I just had a chat with a certain young lady in waiting. But we'll get back to that. I bet parties like this
It's
are
this guy,
nothing
Wealthy
new for
Aardvark.
you.
This guy is the guy that Wanda respects.
I hate it here. Parties like this are the threshold of hell. In fact, my sister says I turned savage while in exile. What about the lady in waiting?
She told me that the Tsar is in one of the chambers on the upper floor. The stairs are guarded by Skawan's soldiers, and the Governor General himself is keeping an eye on the entire hall. We must make him look away.
I can probably once
Try
again
to
manipulate
approach
his
Skawan
daughter.
somehow.
Be careful. Is there anything else?
So yeah, some of the things I read, like you can actually get through the whole game and only have 3 Salutors. If you're just not being greedy about them.
Vanda is here.
I was afraid she might show up. Have you talked to her?
Yes.
Yeah, well, his name
And I
is
know she's
Emir,
planning to kill
whatever his
Skawan
last
in
name is, but
revenge.
his title is Falge.
Die. Worse yet, she'll ruin everything.
Yeah, so he's Emir Bernikovic, and he's a Falge. So that is.
We've worked
that's-
toward.
I took care of her. Apart from her hurt pride and ruined plans for the evening, she's safe and sound. There's something else that bothers me.
Tell me. I'll try to help.
Actually, nothing does.
I'll come back later.
Good luck.
I see some little particles. The cap is laced with a thread of certainty. Thaumaturges can only destroy and delude. They mess with people's hearts and minds. They're monsters hidden behind the mask of a human face. Just like his sister, the monster who disappeared. They should all disappear like that. Trace unknown. But it was being worn by the Governor General, so... Envy and a sense of alienation shine through the thin glass. Palace games have always bored him. If only he could get into their heads and force them into submission, admiration. He always envied Yulia this skill. His fingers tightened around the vessel. A crack appeared in the thin glass. Okay, so Scalon's sister was a Thaumaturge, and he both envied and hated her. Shame and rage hover above the ashtray, directed at a woman who has neither the position nor the wits to criticize him. Bitch. He longed to kill her. Then she would understand that the Governor General of Warsaw should not be messed with. A gift for the Tsarevich. The gift is covered by a shell of concern for the Romanovs' little offspring. One doesn't give a knife to a sick little one. Not even one with the Tsar's emblem. He'll cut himself, and there will be trouble. Alright, Scalon brought the Tsarevich a knife with the Romanov emblem as a gift. A poor gift, considering the illness of the heir to the throne. If you are not familiar with history, the child is a hemophiliac. The boy's nanny carelessly explained to the Governor General that he had committed a gaffe, and Scalon immediately hated her for it. It pains him that a mere nanny knows something about the Romanovs that he does not. Alright, that seems like a good way to embarrass the Governor General, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's more stuff to look at in here. Boy, a lot of heart stuff in here. The old cigarette case is covered with even older, complicated feelings. They tell of a Thaumaturge sister who was the favorite of the entire household. The cigarette case must have once belonged to her. Scalon's sister was a Thaumaturge, and he always dreamt of such power. The boy embraced envy, which became a flaw that consumed him and made him hate all Thaumaturges. Because if we're the monsters, then he's a hero. And all his evil is Walton Goggins justified. John, wouldn't you love to be Walton Goggins Justified?
Isn't that the other guy? He's in Justified, but
He's one of the
I'll
stars
come
of
back
Justified.
later.
okay.
Good luck.
It's Timothy
Yeah.
Oliphant is the
Oliphant
star
is the
of
main guy.
Yeah. It's easy to remember because it's the same name as the Mordor's war creatures.
Okay. Sure.
Do you two have lies prepared when you're asked about your dinner? I'm actually going to say 2 truths and a lie, but also the 2 truths will be lies, yes. Thank you for asking.
Well, one of us always tells the truth and one of us always lies.
A
And we'll
bit
have
of a
to guess.
knave and a bit of a knight.
Seen you before.
Hot on the lathe and ready to fight. I don't know what that.
I came here with my friends, and I'm hoping to introduce them to you soon.
If they were truly important, I'd know them already.
Damn, Georgie.
Have you got a cigarette?
Sadly, no.
That's too bad. Anything else I can help you with?
Let's talk about your sister. Oh, let's talk about your daughter.
How is Miss Sophia doing? Is she in good health?
I don't have a daughter, and I suggest you watch your mouth.
Ah, damn, full
Let's
disowning, huh?
change the subject.
Good idea.
How do you find His Royal Highness's birthday party?
As the one in charge of Warsaw, I have my duties regarding the royal couple, so I am not paying much attention to the banquet.
Yeah, that's a problem
You
because
must
they're
excuse
actually
me.
completely out of chicken.
Chicken
The pile
boy,
of presents
chicken
for the
governor.
Thaumaturge looks impressive and continues to grow.
Yes, indeed.
All right, do we want to fuck him up by that? I think I want to fuck him up by bringing up his sister instead.
Let's change the subject.
Good idea.
I can still hear gunshots from the city. As a concerned subject, can I ask if we're safe here?
I understand, and I tell you the same thing I'm telling others. The situation is
Top
under control. My best men are keeping
men.
you safe. Not even a
Top
mouse
men.
could squeeze by.
Oh, but you don't know about me. Stuart Bigham's the bravest mouse in the world.
How are you going to handle those socialist militia members?
Militia? Sir, they are nothing but rabble, so let's refer to them as such. I am just a heartbeat away from having them executed by firing squad.
They can't get in here, can they?
That's out of the question. On my orders, half a battalion is
It's too
guarding
bad they're
the
already
Tsar
here.
and his guests.
Yeah,
Are
the
you
call,
still
the
worried
Thaumaturge
about
is
the
coming
situation
from
in this
inside
city?
the house. Also,
What about
Wanda got it.
Thaumaturges? What if any of them manage to sneak in?
Like me, I'm publicly a
If they did,
Thaumaturge.
I would know about it. I can only tell you that this problem will soon be solved.
Meaning?
Vin has raised an interesting point. Whenever Timothy Oliphant is in something, I'm like, oh, cool. And then I realize I'm thinking of Timothy Amundsen, and I'm not actually sure who Timothy Oliphant is. Let's start with this.
He stole Boba Fett's armor.
Timothy Oliphant is an extremely handsome man. He was the star of Deadwood and then Justified. He likes to do comedy, and he's kind of okay at it. That's opposed to Timothy Amundsen, who of course we all know as one of the stars of Gallivant, where he had a nice beard that was much nicer than he looked in Psych. Timothy Amundsen had a stroke in, I think, 2020, but he was recovered enough to be in one of the Psych movies, specifically the one named after his character, Lassie Come Home. This concludes our brief tutorial on distinguishing Timothy Oliphant and Timothy Amundsen.
He's Lassiter.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just
I didn't
remember,
realize that was his
if
name.
he's super fucking handsome, then Oliphant is
Don't create a
and
mnemonic device. This
some.
sucks. This
If he had a stroke in 2020, Amundsen's your honey bunny.
ombudsman.
Or just remember Timothy Amundsen is the one from Gallivant.
I don't
Way
know what
back in
Gallivant
days
is.
of yore, there was a legend told about a hero known as Gallivant. tough, plus every other manly value. Mess with him, he'll disembowel you. Yay, a fairy tale cliche, kicked ass in every way, and people called him Gallivant.
Thaumaturges are
Great.
dangerous. Riots, explosions, that Rasputin characters scout terrorists. A complete decay of authority. Their plotting affects
Your
everyone,
authority.
even those dear to us.
Authority.
Do you think that bearded cultist, Rasputin, is a Thaumaturge too?
Most likely. How else would he deceive so many people?
Maybe with a very
Even Tsarina
clever
Alexandra
thaumaturge
looks kindly upon
hanging out with
him.
him.
Luckily, he was killed by a bomb in a brothel.
Don't forget the cholera epidemics that keep plaguing the town. Is the Thaumaturge's doing too?
Yeah, random some. I'm always happy to bust out a little Gallivant.
I heard one of those magicians escaped from the Citadel. Was it Shulsky?
Yes, but soon enough, we'll see him dangling from a rope.
Hell yeah, man.
How would one know
Yeah,
they're
it's
dealing with
almost like you don't know what he looks like.
I know their tricks. Don't worry. Besides, the chance he shows up here is close to zero.
What a relief. Thank you, Governor General.
Anything else?
Does he sound handsome to you?
Is that Shulsky guy
What
dangerous?
was your name?
Shulsky is the epitome of depravity. He had everything, but his cursed blood made him go off the rails. Such a morally unstable temper monster is capable of anything. But as I've already said, we are safe from him here.
Thank you. I feel better now.
My mission is to protect the Tsar's subjects.
By the way, my name is Shikter Wolski.
Has the Thaumaturge ever hurt anyone close to you?
Their magic hurt my daughter, but not only her. Let's leave it.
I see.
I see your flaw.
Let's change this.
Good day.
I won't take it.
Enjoy yourself.
Okay, so that'll get now. Ooper will show up so I can manipulate, right? Or maybe not. Oh, I need to talk to Falge again.
And
I talked to the Governor General.
so, how does it feel to come face to face with the Butcher of Warsaw and exchange pleasantries about refreshments?
Up close, he doesn't seem so scary.
Right? Have you learned anything that might help?
The Governor carries the flaw, and I want to take advantage of it.
Are you going to rid him of it? Surely it may affect his well-being.
And I hope we can get rid of him that way.
Wait. Before we start, you should make sure we're ready to talk to the Tsar. There will be no turning back.
Do you understand?
Point of no return.
You're right. I'll come back late.
I should have prepared better. I'm sorry, Falge Bernikovich. This game isn't really good about telling you when you're gonna, like, cut stuff off. But that's on me for playing poorly. I need to start owning my own failures as a thaumaturge.
The Thaumaturge?
A thaumaturge.
I didn't expect to see you here, Thaumaturge.
You
Well, it's
seem
Act 3,
surprised.
so I gotta revisit everything.
I saw how the explosion swept you away and threw you like a ragdoll.
Namma, namma,
I thought
namma.
you were dead.
Maybe I rose from the dead.
My dad friend.
Don't
Truder.
blaspheme. Only Grigori will experience this miracle. He will return, and with him the hope for chasing away the darkness of an uncertain future. For his grace will be with us. Do you understand?
Understand y'all crazy.
What do you remember from this explosion?
Chaos. Blood. It's hard for me to talk about it.
Chaos.
I'm going to kill chaos.
Do you believe someone wanted to kill
I think
Rasputin?
Jack Garland could beat up Victor
Of course.
Shulsky.
Now, Vin has raised an interesting point that the little snap sound sounds like the Switch logo click.
Interesting.
Vin, I can't tell if you're making fun of us since we have said that in every single one of these streams.
The first Christians were also thrown to the lions.
Oh, it sounds like a Switch
Satan
2
laid
logo,
his
he's
hand on
saying.
Grigori and tried to break him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes
But
sense.
he
No,
will
that's
not
better.
bend.
That's good.
He will defeat.
It's more expensive, certainly. It's going to be like $650 or some shit.
Death and return.
Or 7.
What about Agnella
It's made in
and
Vietnam.
They are no longer with
Just like some of Billy Joel's most poignant music.
us. They are already enjoying the afterlife, awaiting salvation.
Do you think they deserved such a fate?
Each of us has a different fate in store for them.
Vin, I gotta tell you, I got no attention span left in this whole world. Writing has been, like doing news, like I will start off gangbusters, I'll get a couple done, and then the attention just starts to swirl around that old toilet, and then just...
Gone.
Guess what? My mouth is at the bottom of the toilet pipe.
Agnella was chosen.
Is that where the
She
poop goes?
died at Grigori's side,
I haven't asked.
and Lucian just disappeared one day.
Close
I
my
think
eyes and
he
swallow.
might have left because his fate wasn't strong enough. I don't want to talk about them anymore. I need to have clarity in my heart.
Stop reminding me about my dead friends.
It never occurred to you that Rasputin could have lied to you and that he can't actually return from the dead?
You sound like you doubt him.
Doubting Thomas.
Let me give you some advice. Leave before it's too late.
I don't need advice from an unbeliever. It is
It's gonna be
you
like a
who
big
should
boss
leave.
fight here, lady.
As you wish.
What was that, John? Blah. Blah. Blah.
Oh yeah, we gotta grind some Final Fantasy slimes before we fight Rasputin.
These spirits tell
Some
me you
ochre
can't go
jellies.
further. I can see a certain old hag there.
Would it be Countess Lermontova?
Indeed. She and her family are thick with the Romanovs.
So she must know a lot.
Hey,
I
Rodrigo.
would talk to her, but I'm afraid she
Rodrigo's
must be
here.
the god.
You want me to do it, I reckon.
For the grand finale.
Keep her busy, and I'll see what I can learn from reading her belongings.
Rodrigo's here for the
That's what I'm
end of the
thinking.
Thaumaturge.
I suggest you start with Donut.
Donut?
Her dog. The Countess's thoughts cling to him like a barnacle. Go. I'll meet you here when you're done.
Time to go. Sucking thoughts out the donuts.
Good boy.
Shreds of a clever plan clung to Donut's soft coat. The confiscated funds, according to the Tsar's will, are to go to the needy. But who's to judge who deserves help and who doesn't? Her son is also in need. It's her duty to help him. The purse is bulging with arguments. The Tsar was already close to approving the confiscation of estates belonging to Thaumaturges, and she, Countess Lermont, will see to it that he finally makes this decision, and the money will be used to protect single mothers. Another one battle for her.
That
So,
sounds like an
Rodrigo-
inadvisable amount of Star Wars.
Yeah, Rodrigo finished Ahsoka, and then watched all of Clone Wars, Rebels, and Ahsoka in a month, which is more Star Wars than anyone should partake. As someone who is going to spend the next 2.5 weeks fucking housing Andor so that I can write about it, get all my reviews of it written before the show starts rolling out, I sympathize.
Hope it stays good.
I'm sure it will, but, like, it's still going to be a fucking lot of Andor. Thoughts full of doubts nestled themselves between the eclairs. How is her beloved son to become independent if he keeps living with her? He could use a new villa worthy of the Lermont name, but where to get the funds for it? What if... And then Vin has a specific casting thought.
Nothing can be kept secret from me.
I'm a stinker. Okay, so now we know the Countess is planning on extorting or embezzling from the Tsar. Additionally, find out more about the Countess. I feel like I found out. Oh, the game is chugging a little bit. It's warm in here. Probably not helping.
I'm quite chilly.
John's
We're very far apart.
Near, far. John's
got
over
very
there.
cold in Kansas.
The Countess?
Better tell me what you have found. Wait, don't say it. Just focus on it.
Wait, don't tell me.
Ooh, I'm gonna be flirty.
Let's not mix duty and personal life, all right?
Also,
Just
it'd be
checking if it
weird
works.
because
Sure.
we also have an old man in our heads.
Oh man, you never want the coterie to start fucking.
Especially if you're not the one.
Yeah,
Are you
that caused
afraid
some
the old
feelings,
lady
huh?
will take
Uh-huh.
everything from you and your sister to build a new palace for herself? I'm sorry, I can't resist it, but I can sympathize. I can feel how important it is for you. The Countess pitched me a lovely story about how the confiscated goods would be used to help the needy.
We both know she's lying, and her decree is already on the Tsar's desk, ready to be signed.
I like these new abilities more and more. Now try to read what I think about it.
You want to get back at her? I never thought revenge was in your nature.
I'm thinking we might try to make the Countess tell everyone.
I have been. I was contemplating. There's a lot of TV I want to watch right now. Is the thing because I was contemplating rewatching Andor before I watched the first season or watch season 2 because I have my season 2 screeners sitting in my inbox.
I love that stupid Nazi nerd and his mean mother while he's eating his space cornflakes or whatever. Those scenes stick out to me as like really, really good.
They really. I mean I love. I'm. His name's like what, Cyril, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
I do really love that character. Like, he's obviously I like him. I like Deidre too.
Yeah,
that is one of the interesting
woman.
things about the show is that like you are seeing members of the Empire who absolutely suck shit, fascists, but they are also like nerdy, earnest people.
Yeah.
Like Deidre
You can
Mira
see
is
how
a
it might
bad
work,
person,
yeah.
but I do genuinely kind of like her. Cyril Karn, yeah, he's such a fucking loser.
Even his mom can see it.
Yeah. I'm again, like, I'm gonna have to stop talking about the show because I'm gonna watch the first episode of the new season tomorrow, I think, so I can start working on reviews.
Yep.
Because that thing, I have to write 3 reviews a week for it. And ideally, I have to get them all done before the show rolls out at all because they're going to shut off screener access. So I'm going to be fucking tired.
Good.
It's only today I saw what structure they're using for it. Which is, have you read about this at all, John?
No.
So originally the plan, I wrote about this today, but originally the plan was going to be they were going to do 5 seasons. Each one representing like a year of Cassian's life. Between the start and Rogue One. And then they got like halfway through season 1 and Tony Gilroy was like, this is taking way too long. Diego will be 50 by the time we're done. It will not work.
Right.
So now they're doing
younger. Yeah.
Yeah, so now they're doing 3 episodes a week, and each of those 3 episode blocks is 1 year.
To get caught up to,
To bring us up to Rogue One, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm genuinely excited for it. But I'm also watching. So on the plane to and from New York, I watched Adolescence, the new Netflix show that is very, very, very dark. About murder and toxic masculinity. Very good, but very dark, very depressing. And then I'm working through Common Side Effects right now.
Oh, that's the fucking. Oh my god, I'm blanking on the name of the animation studio that made it. It's
It's one of the guys who made Scavenger's Reign.
yeah, Scavenger's Reign. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, but it's also one of the guys who wrote for Veep, so it's like, and it's Mike Judge, so it is a
Right,
weird
Mike
mix.
Judge is one of the main characters, right?
Mike Judge is he's executive producer and one of the main characters, and he's really good in it because he's playing like a real Mike Judge ass character.
Yeah.
Like it's a really weird blend of comedy and like gnarly weird drama shit. It's really cool. I'm working through the first season right now.
Okay.
We have not won yet, Josiah. We are putting things in motion.
What she thinks out loud. So, I'll take care of everything.
Do it. I despise Lermontova.
Oh, my pride took over and made a choice for me.
Fine, let's do it. Watch and listen carefully.
Common side effects is what we were talking about, Ben.
Yeah, the show is called Common Side Effects. It's on Max.
There's
Or it's on
one
Adult
more
Swim.
thing.
But obviously I watch everything just on fucking streaming. Also want to watch Michael Clayton before Andor. I've never actually sat down and watched Michael Clayton. I've only watched a couple. When I don't remember the actor's name, but the actor who's the mentor in that, when he died, I watched a bunch of his scenes from that, and it's really good.
I would like to ask you.
Am I thinking of the right thing? Is Michael Clayton the thing I'm thinking of?
I feel confused.
I don't know what that
about
is.
The plan to confiscate properties. Could you explain how it's really
Oh, nudity
going to
incoming.
work, and to whose advantage?
But of course, as soon as the Tsar puts his signature on it, the Lermonts will take over the Thaumaturge's properties for a contribution to the fight against those parasites.
So to be clear, Michael Clayton is a movie. It's a George Clooney movie. It was directed by Tony Gilroy, the Andor guy. About a Clooney plays a Tom Wilkinson is the actor who I wrote the obit for.
Gotcha.
He Clooney is a fixer for a law firm for like a pharmaceutical company, or something like that. And people keep talking about that, but this is the first time I've actually heard any details. Yeah. Common side effects. It's good. It's kind of a slow burn. It's very funny. Mixed with like kind of super fucked up.
Scavenger's Reign is amazing. If you haven't watched that, carve out some time for it.
Oh yeah, I wrote a kind of an appreciation of it.
Oh my god, so good.
My appreciation.
I devoured
Thank
that. You. Your write-up and the show, like they're both good.
Oh yeah, the show's fine too. Yeah.
We did agree to this. It would be a pity if that money was wasted, and this way we can build you a beautiful mansion so that you can finally move out. But what good would the money do to the poor? They would just throw it away.
Mother, we should go now.
Can we eat this person?
Please excuse us.
Chomp. Chomp.
I mean, we just wrecked her shit. We just made her leave.
I know, but I want to eat her.
Yeah, John's in chat giving a chomp. Yeah, Rodrigo, Scavenger's Reign absolutely kicks ass.
It's fucked up.
It's very difficult to watch. But it is one of the cooler things I have. Yeah, everybody's chomping. My pride agreed.
When they hide from the storm, that episode fucking made me panic.
Or the episode that explains what's up with those fucking trees that they walk past.
Yeah. God damn.
That
one's bad.
Pretty upsetting. Pretty upsetting to look at and think about.
That's the thing, like you think about these things. I mean, they drew from like our horrible, scary planet, right?
Yeah, yeah. Like it's a whole show about symbiosis and parasitism and all that shit. It is.
Yep.
It's good. It's so good.
A familiar face.
Really would have liked to have seen a second season of that.
Are
we all
you
would.
trying to cook up another scandal?
The last time I saw you were accompanied by two gentlemen. What happened to them?
I needed some space.
Sergei, Why the hostility?
I don't remember who you are.
Let's see. Because you humiliated me.
Oh, he must
Because
be
you
the
ruined my chance to get
Sophia
happily married.
Scalon's guy.
Sophia has traveled across the ocean just to stay away from me.
Man,
You also beat him up and his friends.
Sergei, we both know that Sophia never treated you seriously. She led you on for her own enjoyment and to spite her father. But she couldn't fool a Thaumaturge.
You opened my eyes.
Bill says, so Will, I was playing this here Isaac game and played the key beggar for fun, and it did the weirdest thing, spit out Sci-Fly after being given 4 keys. Well, that was extremely lucky for you, Bill. I imagine you had a pretty easy run after that, since Sci-Fly is one of the most ridiculously powerful items in Isaac. Oh, did I just... Okay.
To the fact that she never loved me, for which I will be eternally grateful.
You don't sound grateful.
Nevertheless, I need to ask, what are you actually doing here?
Your mom. Pride's not high enough for that one.
I'm here with my friends.
Are they Thaumaturges?
So I also checked, and you can totally... There is, if your pride is lower, you and Ligia can just bail on Warsaw, is a path that the game can go down.
Well,
why do you...
Seems like that'd be the best thing for
I
both of those
believe you should
characters.
listen to
Yep.
me.
I also downloaded and modded the hell out of Knights of the Old Republic because of AMCA and plan to try to play it sometime. Yeah, I don't know what AMCA is. Knights of the Old Republic 1 is fine.
It sounds like that remake is in a rough shape, or a rough spot, right?
Yes?
I don't know
What
anything
did you want
about
to
it.
share with me?
That's
I was
right. Like,
recently
it was
elected
announced
to
as
the city
PS5
council.
a long
I've
time
also
ago.
been
and
attending
Oh,
oof.
yeah. I don't know,
They
man.
just
I
showed
don't...
Revan with a lightsaber, and that was it. That's all they
Sure.
had.
Sure.
Ugh. Seems like it's not.
Like my beef with my actual beef with Knights of the Old Republic is I want to someday have like a long conversation with Gary about Knights of the Old Republic 2, but in order for him to ever play that game, he has to play Knights of the Old Republic 1, even though you don't have to. And it's a much worse game.
Well,
it's made by an inferior studio.
Yeah, it comes down to you like Obsidian better than BioWare, right?
But yes, much.
Yeah.
A more civilized age. Austin Walker and people. Oh, Star Wars podcast. They did KOTOR during the strikes. Oh, I get it. Best viewers. We get best viewers offered up tonight. Thank you.
Yeah, aren't they cheap? Are they cheap or best?
No, these are best.
We can't afford best. We already have expensive viewers. I don't know.
Audiences with
Shit, some of you might be best.
Things
Secretly
that are
masquerading
now
as
being
just
discussed
expensive.
at the top
God damn it.
are making me worried.
Can't afford that.
What are you
Expensive viewers are
specifically
gonna bankrupt
worried
me.
about?
The council has prepared a series of anti-Thaumaturges decrees. They only need to be signed by the Tsar. In the decrees, Skowon advocates for such ideas as exile or creating adjustment clinics. Shall I go on?
I'd like to know some specifics. For example, those clinics.
That's the most ruthless part. Do you know what a lobotomy looks like?
Uh-oh.
That's how these places are meant to socially adjust Thaumaturges.
Uh-oh.
But you
Victor
didn't hear it from me.
literally shocked into silence for like the first time.
He didn't have anything smart to say.
Likewise. Please, be careful.
Thank you, Sergei. That's enough.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to get through to the one who can help me with that. Have a good evening.
Did anyone play Outlaws? I know that was kind of rough at launch. Big Ubisoft
No one played
game,
Outlaws. Yeah.
right?
Nobody played
Yeah.
Outlaws. It's a shame.
I've heard they've been working on it, but I don't know that it fundamentally
but nobody
improved on
played
the
it. But
stuff
nobody-
that's
but nobody played
Yeah?
it.
Yeah?
No one in the whole world played
Is that
it.
the result?
That's the... Boy, am I really not going to get enough experience to get that one last fucking stat point? How annoying. Anybody leave a Grisham anywhere? Anybody leave a Grisham I can click? I'm like one Grisham away. Anybody put a Clancy down somewhere? Anybody put a Clancy down? Doesn't even have to be like a main Grisham. It can be his fucking kid lawyer series. Do you know he did a
Rodrigo famously does not tolerate scoundrels.
Grisham, did you know Grisham did a kid lawyer series?
No.
Yeah, it's called like
It's
Joe
like Conan,
something.
Detective Conan. You can just say Detective Conan.
It's
fine.
exactly like Detective Conan. I watched a couple episodes of Conan Must Go. That's all right. That was on the plane. Everyone I saw talking about Outlaws was pretty positive about it. Yeah, but nobody played it, is the thing, Vin. Like, lots of people were positive about it, but nobody played it. You know? That's just the way things go sometimes.
I couldn't tell if it was getting dragged into culture war bullshit because female main character, or if it had legitimate problems or what.
I'm going to mention it.
At a certain point, it doesn't matter.
Game crash.
Whoopsie doodle, game crash.
Whoopsie doodle, the game crash.
At least you saved pretty recently.
Hope so. My PS Plus expires on the 30th, so I want to play at least Control and Death Stranding. One of those games is interesting. The other one is more fun to play. But only one of them features the star of Conan Must Go. Choose wisely. The old Thaumaturge, he ain't what he used to be. I'm sorry that I was so rude about Star Wars Outlaws. I think it's actually probably good.
Okay. I don't know.
I'm sure it's amazing. I'm sure it's so good. You still playing your Assassin's Creed?
I was earlier this week. I haven't really played anything in a few days. I've been kind of exhausted.
Oh, so exhausted from all the cool stuff.
No,
I'm like
just
halfway through
all
Control.
the
I'm liking it
everything.
a lot. Being on a Star Wars kick, it has some Force-like powers. It sure does. Man, the person I'm really jealous of is I was hanging out with. So we're owned by Paste, right? AV Club is owned by Paste.
Okay.
So at the Nintendo event, I got to hang out with Garrett Martin, who runs the video game section at Paste. You know what he did after leaving New York for this Switch 2 event?
What's that?
Flew home to Atlanta and then flew to Florida to cover the new lands opening at Universal Studios. How's that for a charm fucking life?
Mm-hmm.
How's that for a semi-charm kind of life, baby? How's that for I want something else to get me through this?
Not listening when you say.
Good.
I've heard some news about certain decrees waiting to be signed on the Tsar's desk.
What's in them?
I've learned that one of the ideas to combat Thaumaturges will be the forfeiture of our properties.
How do you feel about it as an heir to a fortune?
Irritated?
To be honest,
What?
my sister should be more concerned. I only got an old book.
Oh.
Still, I can't believe that brings you peace.
Oh, now we're gonna talk about we're gonna take a minute. Like this is like a really weird bit of cross promotion, but we are gonna talk with him for a minute here about the Adjustment Bureau.
I managed to have a few words with a certain young man from the city council. He told me about an idea to introduce places that in a nutshell would make us Thaumaturges lose our minds, and thereby our powers.
What exactly are you talking about?
Well, I'd rather have a bottle in front of
At
me
least that's what it sounds like.
than have to have a frontal lobotomy.
There's something else that bothers me.
Just
Tell me.
different ways
I'll try to help.
numb the pain the same. All right, here we go.
What about him?
Ready, John? Ready to go full on into the end game?
Pulling the stream up.
Oh, were you not? What happened?
You're not sharing your screen.
Oh, John, I didn't know that.
Oh, sorry.
I forgot because it just automatically restarted with
The
stream automatically picked
the
back
happy
up.
fun, the happy fun good time machine.
Do not
that
taunt
does all the
Happy
things.
Fun Ball.
Let's go see Skawan.
Are you sure you know everything you need to convince the Tsar?
I believe I've gotten everything I could.
Fine. Skawan's flaw. It might work. Just promise me one thing.
Don't fall
You'll be
in love with
extremely
me.
cautious with him.
I know what I'm doing. I was the one who found the Black Grimoire. I was the one who started the pact.
Oh,
And it will
okay.
be my first
I don't
time
have a
seated-
choice. I
Calm
had to
down,
say it,
Victor.
John.
Hopefully not the last either. Shall we?
We wanted to
Have
talk
to
to
be
you,
so shitty.
my friends and I.
Oh shit!
Damn, we're turging.
I knew this would happen.
Governor General?
Welcome to inside your head, Skawan. We've got you now.
We're
Wait a second. Something's wrong.
thaumaturges.
Shouldn't he be unconscious?
Unless he has his own powers, his conscious state could be an effect of the pact.
Sarah Rifkin, and you? What's going on here? Who are you?
We're the coterie, baby.
My name is Viktor Shulsky.
Shit!
Shulsky. I will have you executed on the spot, all of you.
So, shall we get down to it?
Go on. I can't wait. What does it feel like to be at the mercy of thaumaturges?
Terrifying. What is this?
You've just found out that we're not capable of lying in this place. Intriguing, isn't it?
What am I hearing? You want to experiment on us, deprive us of powers and reason.
May Allah have mercy on you.
I'll deal with him. I'll show the butcher his place.
No, I'll deal with it myself.
You know how much pain he's caused me, and still you deny me this.
Maniacs, stop haggling over me like I was a side of meat.
Go ahead.
Your home, the place you don't miss. Why is that?
Because I was never safe there.
What were you afraid of?
That she would hurt me again on a whim.
Who? Say it out loud.
My cursed demonic sister, may she burn in hell.
Think about the humiliation you felt when your present wasn't appreciated.
It wasn't about the present.
Then what was it?
The fact that Tsarevich's illness was kept secret from me.
Right. And you want to be the most important. You want to know everything, control everything.
But I'm the most
That's the
important
only
because
way you
I'm
can have
Victor
order.
Shulsky. Sorry, I made it about me.
Let's talk about your daughter. Here you cannot deny it.
The apple of my eye, hurt by a thaumaturge.
It was I that sweet Sophia had to brush with.
Uh-oh.
I did it to her.
You tainted her, deceived her, bedeviled. I'll kill you like a dog. I don't want to talk anymore.
The floor is ready. Remove it, and we can go.
Remove it? You want to give him relief? He doesn't deserve peace. Besides, he's seen our faces.
Samira is right.
Ooh,
This
I didn't get to
story
choose
won't
on this
end
one.
way.
Victor. Sarah.
Show him your demons. All of them.
Ah, Bird is here!
That's the first time I've had like a really consequential choice taken out of my hands.
Demon, leave me!
I expected more mercy from you. Let's go.
Too much pride.
Yep.
Drank from the cup of poison.
All right, let's go meet the Tsar.
I had a feeling it was going too easy.
You, who are you? Rukivier.
Are you here
I'm
to
afraid
steal one
I've
of my
got other
dozen
plans.
cigars? I'm the
Fucking
final
bandolier.
boss.
Okay.
How you say Russian Guyevich?
He's got a bandolier of cigars, for Christ's sake.
He does. Bandolier of Brothers.
Bird.
I'm just excited for this to be the fight that finally like really like cracks Thaumaturge combat and like really like shows me everything it can do. I like it. I do like the fighting in this. It's just extremely repetitive and I don't have to think about it even a tiny little bit.
It's just Final Fantasy attack button.
Well, it's just the strategies that work really work.
Yeah, they don't throw up any complications that remove that efficacy, really. Like I said, the wrinkle of like hot potatoing the status effect back and forth would be neat, but not really sure how they could do that in universe.
So that didn't work on him. Let's-
Hey, guy, it's been a minute since you called. Okay, bye. Fuck.
Okay, and now I need to use the bird to pass off the status conditions I just got put on me.
Right in the throat.
This guy's only got 10 health. Oh, that must be who got the... That guy must have gotten coined.
Shit. Again, a rifle. Just
I mean,
straight through me.
they're actually doing me a fair amount of mischief here.
It would feel quite ill to receive that rifle blow. You should have equipped the Genji glove, dude. Talking shit about the combat. It's like, oh, it's not hard enough, huh? Right, the cigar! No, my trait! My precious cigars
I
are
need
disabled.
my trait of loving cigar!
He's just reaching down to get him with his mouth, like fucking candy with the sausages. Oh my god.
I need to break his trait, because right now I'm not actually in... his ability must stop him from getting...
Suffering.
Yeah.
So can I ask, are you charged up about Metroid Prime 4 at all, or did you never really care about those games all that much?
I played Prime 1 back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Prime 1's fun.
Yep.
What
Scanning
I
shit
played
with your visor was fun.
Yeah. What I played of 4 was like
Boom.
clever.
It's gone.
It was fine.
Yeah.
Couldn't you have handled it some other way?
What was I supposed to do? Have a duel of arguments with him?
Stop it. We've got things to do here.
Plant the bomb. Get out. No, wait.
Stop!
Hey, Nikki.
Scowan!
You need a new Governor General. This one won't do anymore.
We drove him crazy.
Don't come any closer!
Better put it down before anyone gets hurt.
I mean, I've been shot. Ah, damn, I do not have enough heart. Like, I didn't have that. If I had that, really, if I just had that one last point, I could have done a cool thing.
You will lay down your weapon. You don't need it. Is that better?
What is going on? How? How is that possible? You must be Thaumaturges.
I should
Is that
pick
the
up more
revolution?
garbage.
Are you here to kill me?
Will you let me speak?
Be my guest.
Your Majesty, we came here because our lives are in jeopardy. The most crucial thing for us is that you stop hunting thaumaturges. The pogroms must end.
Tell me why would I agree to anything?
We stand before your majesty not as some motley crew, but as a group of Thaumaturges united by a pact. We've done the impossible to get here today.
And from that position, we seek to start a dialogue. We believe it will bring mutual benefits.
Do you have a name for it?
You can call us the Coterie.
The Turd Busters.
Go
Oh,
on.
The Turd
no, that's better.
Busters.
Who knows? We might reach an agreement after all.
Hi, I'm Danny Fartman, and I'm a member of the Turd Busters.
We know there are some...
You tired
And
of
this is
shitting
my
in
best
blocked
friend.
toilets?
What? What were we gonna say, man?
Are you tired of shitting in blocked toilets?
Are you tired? Wait, are you doing is that an I think you should leave thing?
No, I don't think so. Is it?
Yeah, are you? I was thinking about the toilet with the little hole.
Yeah, the little that's just for farts.
Yeah. Are you sick of shitting in blocked toilets? Are you concerned that every single time you have a bowel movement, the toilet
can't go anywhere?
Can't go anywhere. Basically, like you're extruding glue, or one of those Play-Doh machines. The Turd Busters can help. Now back to the Thaumaturge, already in
On the
progress.
Tsar's desk, awaiting your signature.
What do you think is in them?
We know the decrees stipulate creating special adjustment clinics, and Thaumaturges won't be the only patients there.
Your subjects, so diverse in terms of ethnicity and religion, will surely recognize the threat, and their fear will turn into hatred. The Empire will fall.
The Crown has enough enemies outside without having to deal with internal ones.
Still not enough to convince me, Thaumaturgi.
The Coterie could become a powerful ally of your Imperial Majesty, here in Warsaw, and in Poland.
What we have presented so far testifies...
I assume that was a question of whether I bring up Poland as a entity, and Pride chose for me.
In our favor, we have no trouble learning the secrets of people's hearts and minds.
We'll be a new, better secret police.
And we are willing to share them.
I've heard enough. I understand you want something in exchange. Let me hear it.
We want your secrets to
We
looking
want
like a young Tim
convenient
Curry.
agreement. More freedom in exchange for our cooperation as Thaumaturges.
We want more freedom in the political and social domain for everyone. The people of Warsaw, one of the most important municipalities in Russia, will remember your gesture.
Is that all?
Make the Okhrana forget about Tsarevkin and let her files disappear from their archives forever.
You want power. Just admit it already.
Yes, we do want power. From the shadows, where we are most effective.
Now we are talking. Power can be won or bestowed. Today, you did both. We will meet your demands and expect allegiance and loyalty in return.
Yay! We've befriended and made an ally of Tsar Nicholas II Romanov in 1905. I expect this alliance to last for decades.
So help me God. If that's all, Thaumaturge, I trust we have reached an agreement.
Do I hear applause? What's going on there?
Time's running out, and my guests are waiting. Let's keep it short.
All right, mission accomplished. And most importantly, no interference from that sneaky snake Rasputin.
Well, he's dead. He blowed up in
He
a...
was blown up in a
brothel.
brothel with a
Is
big
that
jar
it?
full of
Can
penis.
I finally get some champagne?
Stanisław can finally rest in peace, son. You should be proud. We all owe you a lot.
I know. My pride won't let me let you forget it.
We couldn't fail. After all, I was here with you.
You're too generous, sir.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Friends, today on the birthday of my son and successor, my father's words show the direction of my thoughts. The voice of God orders us courageously to undertake, in deference to divine intention, the task of ruling, with faith in the strength.
There is kind of a historical precedent for Nicky giving in on this because he literally he was a inveterate people pleaser who constantly gave in basically to everybody. He usually did whatever the last person someone talked to him about was.
And rightness of autocratic power. The riots in Warsaw fill our hearts with much sadness, and the nation's grief is also the grief of the Emperor of Russia. We have closed our eyes to the suffering of our people, to the suffering of Thaumaturgi, who were granted their powers by God. Which is why I consider it our moral duty to stop all kinds of violence against them, effective immediately. That is our wish. However, may those who take my grace for weakness know that the Russian Empire is strong and ruthless against its enemies. So help me God.
Final boss.
I'm glad to find you in good health. You didn't look like you were going to recover.
You blew me
I
up.
suppose you can see very well from where you were standing.
To company.
Friends.
What now?
First of all, if it wasn't for me, you would still be treating joint pains in exchange for hens, goats, and groats with fat.
And if it wasn't for me, you'd be dead. Enjoy this moment of bliss. It might not last long.
That sounded like a threat.
We have a
Victor,
problem here.
Is everything all right? Is this that Rasputin of yours? I expected something more.
Assalamu alaikum. Would you tell me how you are able to talk with us here?
Oh, don't crash, game. Don't crash, don't crash, don't crash, don't crash, don't crash. Oh, whoopsie doodle, the game done crashed.
Shit. Game wants to fight us all the way down.
Every step of the way from here to hell. Whoopsie doodle. The game done crash.
Whoopsie doodle. The game crash.
Whoopsie doodle. The game crash. I should probably get that new graphics card installed at some point. But I get so
doodle.
tired. I better share my screen with John in a second. This is Rasputin's greatest skill.
Yeah, he's fucking crashing the game. That's how effective his magics are.
Oh my god, he's just like Sand in Undertale, where it's like a meta attack. It's so clever. It's so clever, John.
Better hold your heart close and dodge it.
John, we didn't even talk about the fact that Deltarune 3 and 4 are coming out on when the Switch 2 launches.
Not played 1 and 2.
Well, then fucking play
or
1
finished
and 2,
Undertale. I plan to at some point.
Like this week, dude. Undertale's not long. Come on.
Okay.
John, is that what we should stream instead of going right into Divinity Original Sin 2? Is you stream Undertale on here with me talking?
No. That sounds bad to me for my brain.
Okay, we're gonna skip some Digaglog. And we're back.
Generous autosave.
Oh, but her dialogue's not playing. I might have skipped too much. Okay. And this must be famous Madame Samira, the identity thief. Wait, I think someone is missing. I'm going to quit to menu and see if we can't, when I reload this time, I can get the dialogue to play. Because I would like the dialogue to play.
Yeah, they did good work for the most part. Like to hear these people talk.
Yeah, so yeah, I could have a 4-person. I think I could have kept Rofe alive, but I didn't. By letting him have the gold.
He got beat up.
Mm-hmm. Nope, dialogue just doesn't want to play on this one. So we're gonna quit out, restart again.
Sure.
Oh, Rasputin has many tricks.
He has many tricks.
The
and
greatest
tracks.
trick that Rasputin ever pulled was getting a virus into my sound card. My sound blaster is not working properly. I did not set up the right sound card in the Sierra setup application. The .bat has not been configured properly. Now, John, I'll go ahead and share my screen again with you just as soon as I've got confirmation that this time the game will say the words.
Sure.
Is that acceptable to you?
No.
John, I'm sorry. I think that I didn't pick the most morally upright and good person choices through this game.
You think you said bad things and were mean?
I think I might have made some bad choices at certain points. Oh, cool. This time when I load it up, it's not responding to my controller or any controls.
I'm using tilt controls.
There we go. There we go. I think it was something with this the Discord overlay. We're having a lot of fun here at the end of the Thaumaturge.
Technicals! Sorry, everyone, technicals.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties, but if you could just like hang tight while we're trying to like figure out some of these technical difficulties, I think we'll really have like, a really satisfying conclusion here. And I think that at the end of the day, we'll all agree at the same time and in one breath that it was totally worth it and that we like me, actually. Oh,
is that it?
Hey, okay. There's some dialogue. I can hear the dialogue. Now I will share my screen. I always say it wouldn't be a stream if there weren't technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties.
Technical Dolph Lundgren.
Finally get some champagne.
Oh, perfect.
Stanisław, we all...
We couldn't fit.
You're too...
No,
so
you're
it's
too
fairly
generous.
easy for me to see what like a non-shithead
The voice of God,
playthrough of the game would look
the
like.
riots in Warsaw feel...
You just run away.
We have closed our eyes.
Well, just don't say the pride thing every other time, and also let
wish.
other people have
However,
salutors instead of trying
may
to eat
those
them
who
all.
take...
I'm glad to find you in
I suppose.
new company.
Friends.
What now?
Brown cow.
First of all, if it wasn't for me.
And if it... Enjoy this.
That sounded...
Victor, is this that Rasputin of you?
Assalamu alaikum.
This must be your new daddy, Victor. Aren't you going to introduce me? And this must be the famous Madame Samira, the identity thief. Wait, I think someone is missing. Oh, right. You were so selfish that you didn't keep your word. And you didn't give him the golem. And he died.
Is he bothering you?
Yes, but I will deal with it myself.
As you wish.
Look after yourself.
There's no winning against me. You should have learned that by now.
The final fight. Oh, he's like a salutor.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so if I look around, so there's reinforcements coming in. Okay, alright, well, I see no reason to change from what I've been doing in every fight in the game so far.
Rasputin, the final fight. Use Ultima. Wait, do mime and then Ultima and then mime. And then double cut?
Double cut.
It's me, Rasputin. I'm watching it all. I've got the download.
Eye in the sky. That's 3 HP.
And some bleeding. And whatever that did, let's see what that did. Ah, Salutor's Burden. Rasputin uses your bond with Bukovac against you, casting the interminable state of Bukovac's burden on you. It is up to you whether you're going to carry that burden or drop it, breaking the bond with that Salutor. Once you break the bond, you get rid of the burden, but you will also lose Bukovac forever. Rasputin will surely use bonds with other Salutors in the same way.
Yeah, he's weaponizing everything he ever did against you. To try and break your mind.
Break your mind! Mind sticker!
That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
You can't pass that on, I assume.
Golem, I choose you. Some of these people are people I betrayed or killed. Like, that's Rofe there.
Smash you with your golem.
Here I am. Rock you like a hurricane. What does the burden do? Oh, it makes all negative states do double badness.
Now he's done it to which other one?
Golem, you take 50% more damage if your health points are less than 24. So so temporary negative states inflicted on me now do double damage.
Damn, different buff. Who dis?
So I could now permanently break my bond with Golem, which would fully heal me and relieve me of the burden, but then I don't have Golem anymore. Instead,
and Golem doing work. We're gonna see if this is possible. That time he seems to have turned into mist.
The prequel to Riven?
Disable that trait.
Alright, that time he did not give me a burden. Great.
He's waiting until the reinforcements arrive. Smash. Crunch.
Oh, there's Ligia and what is that, Abarizzi, maybe?
Fucking with your head. And another.
That one's going to be a bird den. Enemy attacks lower my focus twice as fast. That's fine. Okay.
Bird had a small scratch it had to do.
Yeah, that's Abarizzi.
Hammer. Now you are suffering from one of the traits, or one of the burdens. You're under 24. You know how we got sick and sweaty? I feel like he's like...
Jin's burden, my attacks now cast payback on me permanently. That's a bummer. Of course you did.
Trait disabled. There's a lot of health back, but you are gonna take a big hit.
Yeah, because that negative state.
Can you pass that off? I guess not.
We're gonna try. Oof. Yeah, big hit.
Big hit.
Yeah, I might need to give Jin up.
Your precious pokermans. But never Lelek, right?
Yeah, Lelek isn't doing too much bad to me.
That's 4 dudes.
Yeah. They're all Wictors.
Adufa.
They're all Wictors.
It's every Wictor you could have been. Oh man.
Not dead yet, so I won't do it yet. Oh, is he not going to take a step? I can take a step. Because I can't break. And my stats aren't high enough to break these guys' traits. That's Velus's burden. What does that do? My attacks now hit random enemies. Amazing. Great. Cool.
Bird.
Alright, so I die now if I don't release one. So that payback one sucks. So we'll go ahead and release Jin. I don't like Jin that much anyway, so. Later, dog.
Ah, shit!
Oh, right, but I'm gonna randomly fucking. Okay.
Disable that trait.
Well, I guess that one still hit him. I was kind of hoping that would go off on somebody else. Okay.
The man has been deleted.
Take that, me.
Separate. Fractured you. Different you. Oh, hey, it's invincible. The many invincibles.
Yeah, you're right. It's a real invincible situation. We're really an invincible town here.
Omni-Wictor. That one's gunvincible.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I've had my focus broken. Bird hasn't gone off yet. They are wearing different outfits, yes.
Fashion. Two down, two to go.
Yeah, Jin was just getting that pain status every time I attacked was just too punishing.
Mm-hmm. You think it's possible to
Oh, I'm sure.
get them all and keep them all?
I'm sure.
Think so?
People are good at video games, man.
Hmm.
Just not me. But I'm happy with getting out of here with 3 of the with 5 of the 6.
Mm-hmm.
It's at least an interesting concept for a fight. I appreciate it.
Yeah, sacrificing them for a full heal, yeah. And removing the burden.
Mm-hmm. And also straight up punishing you for taking behaviors that got you more salutors.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, the flaw of audacity saved me from death. That's the first time any of my other flaws have ever triggered.
They must have conditions of some sort, right?
Yeah.
A mechanic we never ever encountered.
Literally never encountered.
Did you explain it all to him? Is everything all right?
Yeah, we just had a little chat.
I think so.
I must admit, he is remarkable.
Rasputin? Что с вами?
It's nothing.
Know your place.
I just got my ass kicked. Inside my brain.
Brutal.
I can't stand the cold of the snow. There's no use for it.
And the glass is constantly fog up when you come into a warm room.
Yes, I missed Morana and Krampus. Yes, Wolfie Aardvark. Morana, I believe you can get from doing the final stage of the Flying University quest line, and Krampus is from literally picking garbage up off the ground.
Then why do you wear them?
After the explosion, I'm having problems with my eyesight.
Now that you wear them, you really are the spitting image.
Oh, they've got a
of
Pavlova.
Stanisov. Some tea.
I've only ever seen a Pavlova. I've never had one.
I won't say no to that. I had a new rumor apropos Skowon. We did such a number on him, he ended up in Tvorki. They say there's no way to get through to him.
I have the nagging thought that we dealt with him too brutally.
Calm down. He didn't have doubts like that. The other news is rather grim. There's a new political power on the rise in the city. Besides being resentful of Jews, they also want to get rid of thaumaturges and homosexuals.
What about the Tatars?
Let's ask. They're getting together at a bar in Vola.
Who are they exactly?
Forgive me, I didn't ask. But it would be good to make sure they don't grow any larger.
Time to nip
Let's
this in the
go.
bud.
Let's listen to what they have to say at these drinking bouts of theirs.
Is
No
today that
fascism in our
special day when
timeline.
you're not preoccupied with your little revolutionary?
Maybe yes, maybe no.
They won't protect you.
Oh, hey,
Every
man.
debt will be repaid, one way or another.
Victor, what are you waiting for?
Sorry, Rasputin was
Doesn't
talking to
matter.
me. It's fine.
Let's go.
He left a bomb in my head, I feel like.
A Cortex bomb.
They say your choices define your value. What does that make me? The Uper took me on a journey that made me realize how my difficult relationship with my father looked from his point of view, and how I should look at it in hindsight. Ligia and I see each other as often as we can. I do have my duties with the coterie, and she keeps taking up new challenges. Her ambition won't allow her to rest. Not for a moment.
They didn't take it out of her brain.
Despite the coterie's efforts, the situation in the city is getting worse. Uncle Sasha still works on the force, which entails constant danger. The circumstances of the Warsaw Ochrana chief's death have never been clarified, and hopefully it will stay that way.
All right, Victor. Move on to what's really interesting.
Which is?
Aboritz and Victor remain friends, and together they spread terror throughout the bars of Warsaw. With my charisma and your money.
Fine, Aboritz. I think they got it. That's enough.
But you will come for some booze later, right? Don't forget.
I will. Go now. I'm worried about what's happening in the city. Warsaw is on fire. People finally dare to lift their weary heads while socialist militants carry out attacks on anyone who doesn't support the revolution. The fisherman of Bovishna has not been captured. The locals still find bodies.
Yeah, this
on
is
the
a quest I
riverbanks,
missed.
but no one is surprised anymore. The neighborhood is falling into
There's
a
like a serial
strange
killer
kind
mission
of apathy.
that I completely missed.
As for the
Damn.
Flying University, the idea faded and died in the Ochrana cells, where the rebellious students were locked up. The weary traveler made it to his longed-for Albuquerque. How do I know? That's a completely different story.
In the
But
Thaumaturge
enough
2,
about
Albuquerque.
Still turgid.
Is that all I get? That's my whole ending? All right.
The Thaumaturge.
The
Completed.
Thaumaturge.
What, were you expecting revolution?
I don't know. Just like maybe a little bit more conclusion to like Victor, basically.
What ends up happening to him? They want to
yeah.
leave it open for a sequel.
Or him to give some kind of like final summation of himself. I don't know. Anyway, that was the Thaumaturge. Only on twitch.tv/plumberdoc. If you enjoyed the Thaumaturge, feel free to go to my Ko-Fi and express your appreciation, even though I think that's objectively a weird thing to do. I liked the Thaumaturge so much that I gave a person who played it some money for playing it in a way that I could watch. I don't want to play the Thaumaturge. It seems like it crashes more often than not, and some of its RPG combat is a little too slow. But experiencing it in a second-hand kind of way to stave off loneliness is something I'm willing to reward with cash money. Money on the barrelhead. I don't mind doing that one little bit. I just liked Aboritzi so much, and I would never have met him without the work of Will, and to a much lesser extent, John.
A much lesser extent.
You weren't touching the buttons.
I was touching buttons in my brain. Nintendo
Cool.
Switch 2 buttons.
Yeah, all the time. Yeah,
Little mag-
so that's... Okay, so yeah, that is an interesting game, and I'm glad that I played it, and, the real-time warriors. I would love to give it a serious editing pass. Shout out to Robert Jaworski on the hurdy-gurdy. There are some basic ideas in this that kick ass. Victor is a really cool, well-written character. The ability to like all the stuff with pride and things like that, really neat. Just feels like it didn't quite get across the finish line on just about every axis.
Yeah. You missing a good deal. Hey, Sven Mickey mentioned. How about that?
Oh, yeah.
You missing large swaths of the content. That's fine, but like, you didn't know you were missing things, and then like that flaw saving you in the last battle was really clutch. But if there were other mechanics like that, we had
Yeah,
no
literally, I
fucking-
never knew anything about those. Maybe it's only in the Rasputin fight. Who can say?
Maybe, yeah. Because
Also,
you could only catch in the
no
Salutors
actual
there.
consequence for not for getting rid of my Salutor in that fight.
Yeah, I mean, you're not playing the game anymore, so what's the difference of
Yeah.
whether or not you have 5 or 6? Who cares? Didn't seem to affect the ending much.
It didn't affect it at all, I don't think.
Like I expected them to like drag you away into the darkness and you'd end up in an insane asylum or some shit.
Yeah, so in the chat, Wealthy Aardvark linked to the wiki with the different endings. And I will definitely be reading that after we log off. But yeah, it's really neat. It's not like much of anything I've played before. Gosh, if it was like a tactical, or even just like basically if it was like Baldur's
Final
Gate.
Final Fantasy Tactics. Yeah,
if it was Final Fantasy Tactics. If it was Baldur's Gate, basically with the combat, like,
and more nuance on the team, you know.
Yeah, it would be a lot more interesting than, like, they really tried to make an interesting version of like Final Fantasy X combat, and they did their best. But like, it's just a lot of like fights that feel like padding.
Right. You were just beating people up in the streets.
And just executing the algorithm on them.
Queuing up the same actions over and over again, yeah.
Like, there's that cool podcast.
Beard.
Yeah, the set, like, you know, I've never played a game set specifically in 1905 Warsaw. Like, the whole concept of thaumaturges is cool. Yeah, it just wasn't quite. That kind of looks like testicles coming off of a thing. It just ultimately, like, yeah.
Later, dude. You got kicked to the curb.
Yeah, you got kicked to the curb, man. You were making me sick from Rasputin poisons. Glad I played it. It does remind me a lot of Vampire in a lot of ways.
I have this thirst.
I have this thirst. Like, it's a big idea being pursued, and the execution is only so-so, which is, you know,
What became of the Wet Boot Boys?
Whatever did become.
Are their boots still wet?
I actually heard a bad rumor that their boots dried out and blew
Oh
away.
no!
Yeah, blew away like dust in the harsh London sun. Shout out to Mela Wengler. Yeah, that's one of the Salutors I did not get.
She looks cool.
She looked cool as hell, man.
She had a seashell for a hat.
She had like a whole seashell for a hat. She sold seashells by the hat store.
Who's that guy? Who's that gentleman?
Who's that handsome drink of water looking like Q all of a sudden?
Also, I know Rasputin was kind of the inevitable last fight, but I almost expected them to pull some kind of there's a thaumaturge pulling his strings behind him bullshit. You know what I mean? 11th hour kind of thing.
I'd be interested to see what the endings where you side with Rasputin look like. I was looking around. I read the TV tropes entry. I guess there's at least one where if you've been a dick to him all game, but like join up with him at the end, he just denounces you and kills you. Dummy, you chose someone who you did not actually cultivate trust in. And using that, like having that character be in the game the whole time and having like watching this like friendship / relationship of convenience like slowly curdle. Cool. Lots of cool shit in this game.
Yep.
But I am also extremely glad to be done playing it. I will say.
Sure.
All right, and we timed that out pretty well. Thanks, technical difficulties, for making the stream time out without a lot of extra floof. Remember, if you ever want to re-experience this, I actually managed to get all the VODs for this one. They're on the YouTube, youtube.com/plumberduck42, I believe.
All the Peter Griffin you can stomach.
Yeah, all of John. Thank you so much for your contributions to this one in particular. I made you do a lot of voice acting for it.
No, I thought I didn't do anything at all.
You did less than I did.
Yeah. 3/4.
You did some. What?
I did some. 3/4 less.
Well, no.
You were heart
You
and
did like
mind
a ninth as much as I did.
Oh, okay.
If I had to say, I would say you contributed 10% and I contributed 90%.
Sure.
Is that like...
So you should adjust the Ko-Fi appropriately then.
Absolutely. If you want John to get more money, you need to multiply how much you're giving me by 10.
There you go.
Because, I mean, John, you were doing some great Peter Griffin, but you were only Peter Griffining on a quarter of the entries, and you weren't doing any of the fights, as far as I could tell, unless you were like,
I was thaumaturging you pretty good.
Oh, yeah, the Thaumaturge.
The Thaumaturge.
So, yeah, I think probably next week we're gonna dick around with stuff. Like, we might do a couple nights of Super Nintendo screwing around just to kind of get the jimmies out. And then week after that, we will start in on Divinity Original Sin 2.
Sounds good.
Sounds great. Got the world on a plate. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned a lot about yourselves and, more importantly, about Viktor Shulsky and about the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful virtue of pride. Never hurt anyone. Never did anything bad. Good night. Whoopsie doodle. The Game Quash.
Everyone hug your pride.
John, say that as Peter Griffin, though, please.